So this is day one with my sweetheart's 1959 Shasta Airflyte. Let's go! It's been a dream of hers for a long time. We found one for a really good price. We call it a Survivor. Hi, Junie. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, you're a good girl. The dogs already love it. They lay underneath it and they've been inside it. There's a lot to be done. She's a Survivor, and as you can see, not original. Now, we're not going to be hardcore about getting things back to original, but we are going to try to preserve what we can, and we're going to try to keep the flavor and everything as correct as possible. But like that original galvanized water tank, that's coming out, and I'm putting all new modern water tanks in there with PEX plumbing. You won't see any of it, so it'll still look original, but it'll function real nice. Let's go inside. Now, I know those of you that know these trailers well will be the first ones to tell me this is not the correct doorknob. You can see somebody put a hinge in this. We're going to be putting a lot of repair work on this and get it back to the original. It still does have the latch to hold the door. Let's go inside and take a look. Come on, camera. There we go. The original cabinets are in great shape. I'm very glad it has the original propane lamp. We're going to convert that to LED. There's a lot of battery operated fixtures and whatnot. This is a Survivor. Oh, let's go to northern Arizona. It's so cool. My foot. It's 105 degrees in here. But we're going to get it a lot better than it is right now. And you know what's funny? This unit is so old, even the aftermarket cable wiring is antique at this point. All that's going to go though, because we're in a digital wireless age. Somebody put indoor commercial carpet on the back wall. That's going to go. We have a couple of really nice mattresses. We'll keep one and then go from there. It does have the original pump sink. We may not utilize that, but we'll find a period correct issue. We will mount the sink underneath. We're going to do our best to save these countertops because it's here. It's underneath where the stove used to be. This camp propane stove was an afterthought. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to refurbish the hood. It goes to a dryer vent on the outside. I don't know if I'm going to keep this original orange color or if we're going to chrome it or powder coat it. If you have a comment or an idea, let me know. There's that little window. How cool is that? We spent a couple hours today getting the bunk that was built in the front out of the way.
Okay, there we go.
And I'm not forcing it.
Yeah.
But it's like we're hung up on something right here. The previous owner wanted to utilize it for dual beds. They didn't have a use for the table, and so he built a frame in there, very well built. We spent the day kind of putting it back to original. I know that that pipe that's holding the table up is not original, but seems to work. I feel like Princess and the Pea. Check out the master control switch. You're going to love this. Boy, that's some high-tech stuff right there. I still have one of these label makers. It's a little bit wider, but I can recreate these labels. It's nice because you can work the lights when you're in bed. That was probably what they were thinking. This is not original, and I'm bummed they hogged that out. But I should be able to put a panel over this and redo the whole control center. Plus, I was thinking about a dog leg for at least one marked light here so that when you open the door, you can get the overhead light. That used to be a propane powered light with a little mantle in there. I'm going to convert this and keep it looking very original to an LED. And what I'd like to do is take this block here, get this and raise it up a little bit. I know they left the clearance for the heat on it, but I want to raise it up to protect it because we really want to keep this. and do away with these battery operated lights and all those aftermarket items. Well, that sums up the inside for right now. Why don't we take a lap around the outside, look at some of the features and some of the stuff that we're planning on doing, starting with the roof. Now, my favorite RV channel, Arizona Expert with James in Apache Junction, the first thing he does is go to the roof. And as you notice, this roof isn't perfect, but man, it's in great shape and the seams look good. That's a spray paint can cap covering the vent. We're going to get a powered fan on that vent, but there's no delamination issues. There's minimal rust, minimal rot, a few dents here and there that we're going to Bondo before we paint, but all in all, she's in great shape. The previous owner installed rock shields on these windows here to protect them from the spray. We're going to get the whole cover for it eventually, and we took them off to enjoy it. I also had a lot of really cool stickers on this. This was his hunting cabin, and stickers are a very personal journey. So we stripped off all the stickers. Well, we stripped them all off but one. With everyone's permission, we're going to keep the Nuge. So this was the plate that was on it when we bought it. We're going to keep this one for a while. The previous owner desperately wanted the Shasta signature wings on the trailer, and we couldn't agree with him more. However, when he saw the price of what the retro manufactured ones was, he went and found some foam core, aluminum sheeting, cut them out and installed them himself. We're probably going to keep these and just get the trim that goes around them and set them out like that. Pretty cool stuff. Original bullet taillights. He did replace the brake lights though, so they got a little wear on them, but we're going to make them work. Love the little window with the outside light. The windows survived in amazing condition. Seals are going to need a little love, and there's going to need a lot of lubricant. I love the water fill. Totally old school. Going to clean that all up. And what we'll do is we'll get an inline filter. We'll keep that with there, and we'll keep our tank full. Good. Pass-through storage on a 59 trailer with the little access port. Not a lot of wet rot, a little bit of dry rot. This we can work with. Well, that's day one. We cleaned her up a little bit, kind of set a few things square, and we're making lists. We're doing some shopping. Thank you so much for coming along. If you have anything supportive or instructive to say down below, please leave us a comment. We could really use a lot of help on where to gather parts, where to gather original drawings and schematics, pictures. The name of this red, I believe it's called Matador Red, but if you have a specific make model for a paint manufacturer, we could really use that help. Thank you so much. And promise we won't turn it into a food truck.